Everybody, welcome to VW Life, and it's the first Wednesday of the month.
First Wednesday of the month in October, Matt Jackson.
Yes, it's beautiful out here.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the weather. It's perfect. It's like 80 degrees. There are 3 split windows with the first Volkswagens here. That's exciting.
Yes.
And we're going to have lots of Volkswagens tonight, and I'm excited.
Yep, we're going to have a lot of Volkswagens out tonight. We're going to show you the cars and maybe talk to a few people.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So let's do it.
Yes, let's do it.
So our buddies...
You bathed in coffee?
Oh my gosh.
I was driving and it broke down.
Dirty hippies come to hang out. Hey, are you one of those dirty hippies too?
I'm a dirty hippie.
This is the spot. You found it.
All right, man. Park, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
This is Happy Turtle Coffee. Oh, this is the Coastal Blend.
Yes, our buddy Steve is a VW guy over in the Galveston area.
Yeah.
They started this coffee company.
Oh, yeah, and it smells delicious, and I don't even drink coffee. I might want to take a bath in it, though. Is that frowned upon?
You're weird. We're going to give away one thing of free coffee. Write coffee in the comments below and check out Coastal Blend Coffee. I'll put a link below.
Yeah, and ask for the Coastal Blend from the Happy Turtle Coffee Company because it really smells delish. And if I were going to start drinking coffee, this is what I would drink.
Who's this?
It's what's her name? Rosie. Rosita.
Rosita.
I'm here with the Matt Callahan. Matt, how you doing, sir?
I'm excited to be here.
Well, we're glad too. Matt has just shared with us his album here from he and his wife Janice. I want to show you something. Look at that. Look at that fine young fellow there. What year was that, Matt?
Oh, God. I was 17.
So he was 17. So he was
1958, 68, 70, 76,
76, 75. That's his first Volkswagen. Tell us why in the world did you get into Volkswagens? What started you?
My father.
Your dad, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
my dad. Yeah,
Okay.
he was always into MGs. So my initials are MG because he used to race MGs in the 50s
Right.
when I was born. Time goes forward. I'm 16 and his let's buy Matt a Volkswagen. So
From MGs to Volkswagens, how'd that happen?
God only knows. I think it was just the affordability issue.
True, and that was a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day. So what part of the country are we talking about?
Bellingham, Washington.
So where's that in relation to like Seattle?
It's about 120 miles north.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously we're talking mid-70s, Volkswagens pretty prevalent up in that area at that time.
Oh, everywhere.
And I'm sure they were crazy expensive, right?
No. No, we used to get them for free all the time, well, for very little money.
Yeah, exactly.
When we were first married, we would find dead Volkswagens and tow them home, pay $50 for them, fix them up, sell for $500.
There you go.
We did it a lot.
That's a good way to supplement the old income back in the day.
It absolutely was.
So, first Volkswagen, you were telling me a story about this, and it's kind of a sad story in some ways, but it became quite a story. You lent the keys to your first Volkswagen to somebody, right? And what happened?
Well, I was really proud of the car. It was a Canadian Standard, a 1970 Canadian Standard. Came with a gas heater, swing axles, which is odd for a 70.
Okay, right? Yes,
very cool car. It had been a Chinese food delivery car in Vancouver for 4 years and was absolutely beat to pieces. So
it was a delivery car for Chinese food.
Yeah, they took the passengers out and put a heater unit.
To
or
keep the food warm, okay.
Yeah.
You get your wonton soup's got to be delivered hot.
I worked at a Volkswagen shop at the time.
Okay.
We were able to rebuild the motor, put it back in, and then I had a car. So it was great.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, I went to this party, local party, and left the keys somewhere. A friend of mine got the keys, took off in the car, went around the block and rolled it. Just absolutely destroyed the roof.
Oh.
What they did is they went ahead and bought another body for me at a local wrecking yard.
Okay.
It was a 64 body. And I spent that summer taking the body off, putting the new body on, taking the wiring harness out of the old body, right where the battery is, and putting it back in the new one and making it work. And 8 cans of Krylon later, you know, it was a sweet car.
You got it going again, right?
Yeah.
You said you worked at a Volkswagen shop.
Yeah, I did brakes.
Yeah?
And I started as a parts washer, and then I did brakes, and then I got to help the guys rebuild the motor. So I would get everything ready and watch.
How cool is that?
So, yeah, it was a blast.
So you had a wonderful 55. Now, tell us the story on this.
It was really sweet. It was really sweet. We paid $900 for it, running car.
55
It was
old.
all spray painted. They had spray painted it all with primer.
Okay.
So that it would be protected, and then they put it away. And then we came along, and the collectors, Tony Zankic and Matt McSofsky, they were part of the vintage meet. Anyway, so that was sort of our introduction into it. We became part of the club, bought the car, had it painted Strato Silver, and I loved it. I loved it too much.
Yeah.
It was really like an idol. And the kids, like Jan and the kids would get in, and the kids would kind of jump around on the cloth seats and kind of tour, and I would be a real butthead about the whole thing.
Right.
Anyway, so we sold it, and we bought our first bus.
Yay, a bus!
Because it's more family.
That's right. Type 2.
Bob 1.
Bob 1. Now, what does Bob stand for again?
Beautiful old bus.
Beautiful old bus. I love it.
So this is Bob 1 when we first got it. $100. Came with the tent and the whole 10 yards.
Can you back up against how much was that bus?
$100.
Folks, that's the way it used to be out there. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was
$100. And it came with the tent.
Yeah, it came with the tent. So we, of course, because we're such knowledgeable people, we bought our engine at GEX.
Right.
And we bought all the rest of the stuff from J.C. Whitney.
Oh yeah, J.C. Whitney.
Chrome, of course, because it's shiny.
Yep.
And
so Bob was had a shiny motor, a GEX motor.
Yeah, for a little while.
For
about 6 months, and then the gland nut came off, and then the flywheel came off.
That's kind of surprising. That's what holds that on.
Yeah.
Now tell us about this red bus. That's Bob 2.
Yes, that's Bob 2. It's an SO-23 submarine hatch.
and why did y'all have that?
I think we paid $400 for that one. And it came with the Westie tent.
Yeah, it came with
which we still have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's that.
It's Jan's. So
okay.
She's like.
She's hoarding that still, right? Okay. So tell me the story. You and Janice, your wife, slept in Bob 1, and the kids slept in Bob 2.
Yeah.
So it's like on the road, man. That was perfect. I loved it.
Absolutely. And then this is her first double cab.
Okay.
It was a beautiful 62. Came with the awning.
Yep.
And the bows and everything. Had like 2 little rips.
That's it.
But we loved it.
Over time, so you went into the Type 2s. Did you have any Beetles at this time, or just Bob 1 and Bob 2, and then the double cab?
We had the double cab at the same time we had the bus. Actually, we had 3 buses, and then we had a doormobile next.
Okay.
We actually had 3 doormobiles, one after the other, and the third one was the best one that we brought. And when we moved down here, we brought it with us.
Okay.
So these are all from shows in Vancouver. This is my 35-year-old daughter and my 36-year-old son.
So we can kind of get an idea of the time frame on that.
Thousands of years ago.
So obviously your history and your love of Volkswagens for you starts with you and your dad, and it continues today.
Yeah, it does.
You guys are a big part of our community, and the history that you have with Volkswagens is amazing. Mm-hmm. Do you have any idea?
There's Bob too. It had a blue door.
Oh, well, that's okay. I have a red. I have a Titian door on Jerry. So, how many Volkswagens do you think you've owned?
Over 60.
Over 60. So tell us a little bit about the 67 that we have here.
Oh God, David?
Davis, tell us the story on this a little bit.
Okay. Well, our youngest son, Liam, died in 2006.
Right.
Suicide. He was just after his 17th birthday. So Liam dies, our hearts die.
Right.
We just cave in. He was the only Volkswagen kid we had.
I was wondering about that because how many kids do y'all have?
4.
4 kids, and I was wondering if we're the Volkswagen gene, and Liam was the Volkswagen gene went to him. Okay.
Yeah, he was the one.
Come in here, Jen.
So anyway,
His first word was bug.
Was bug. Okay.
Yeah. So after he passed, we just lost our hearts. For about 4 or 5 years, we just sort of climbed into a hole and waited for, I don't know what. We used to be the president of the Fort Worth Volkswagens in Fort Worth.
Okay.
And so we have some really good friends up there, and somewhere they found this. It was out in a field somewhere. but it had 4 NOS fenders inside and new tires on it. And they brought it down to us in Elgin, and they bought my Rabbit convertible for $2,000, which gave me $2,000 to work on this car now. So it was a gift.
Yes.
Yeah, they wanted us to get back involved. So that was 10 years ago, and David's gone through all kinds of crazy stuff. But I mean, my favorite years are 58 to 62. So that's why I've done my best to turn this into a 62.
Right. Yeah.
Although, you know.
Well, the best thing is the awesome accessories you have on this. And I mean, when you do drive up, every time you see this car, when you see David drive up, it just puts a smile on everybody's face. It's one of those that does that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It does that for me always when I see you guys. It's just like, oh, look.
We hang on to all of that kind of stuff. You know, we sell the cars, but we keep all the goodies.
Yes.
And so we have just this huge pile. You know, there's no way to put it all in the car at one time.
67 looks pretty. The motor looks pretty stock.
It's a Daniel Watts motor. So it's a 1641 with 1/24 ratio rock arms.
Okay.
Doghouse cooler, and then there's a 2-quart sump.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
And it goes like a bat out of hell.
That's all you need,
I mean,
right?
It really, well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I love a little.
First and second gear are like, goodbye. But what really helps on cold days is when I redid the seats, I put seat heaters in.
Oh, you did? Electric seat heaters?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we get a lot of really cold days in Elgin.
Yeah, they only come on.
Really?
Switches are right here. They only come on when you turn on the headlights.
So you turn on the headlamps and you have coils in there.
Yeah, it's here and here.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Oh, isn't that special?
That is. That way you know where your spare generator belt is. That's awesome. Look at all the awesome old badges and everything. And I see some Harvest badges too.
Yeah.
Can you get? Oh, look at that, Matt Jackson.
See, it's not perfect.
It's
been a working kit for years.
But that's the best part. That means it's been used.
And
that might be a VW on the road again kit
it
right
is,
there.
yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh!
This is one of yours.
Look at that! Everything you need.
Yep.
That's amazing. Hopefully it stays just like that. You never have to use it. Well, my friend, thank you so much, first of all, for sharing your story, your love of Volkswagens. I've told people so many times, this is what I want our channel to be. I want to tell stories. I want to know what got people into Volkswagens, and your story with your dad, and how you like worked on your car, 17 your keys, and it's just that's what it's all about. And those are the stories that I think that get lost. And there's stories when you could actually buy a bus for $100.
Yeah.
That's what made these cars what they are still to us. And then people that are coming into it going, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Because it's like hard for people to understand and believe that.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, I thank you so much for your time tonight and for bringing your car out and just for sharing your stories. I love it. It's what it's all about.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to my blab.
No, I love it.
Right.
You know that. That's what this is all about, man. It really is. I thank you.
Are you guys talking Vanagons?
We are talking Vanagons.
You guys are like
Again and
geeking
again.
out. Arthur, I just want to tell you, I burned the Nag Champa too, and just seeing this going right now, I just want to say I think you and I just became best friends. Hey Troy, tell me about your bus.
It's a 52 barn door, sunroof standard. Came out of Eastern Germany. I've had it for 26, 27 years. Little 1776 turbo. Nothing fancy, but she scoots down the road.
Very cool. I know a lot of people are gonna really want to know more about it. Can you show us the turbo?
Yeah, I can show you, man. It's nothing, like I said, nothing fancy, but it definitely makes the magic happen.
Hell yeah. Cool, thanks.
You bet, man. Good to see you.
Hey, nice shirt, Tommy.
Yeah, you can buy these on VW Live, or you can get them at the track this weekend, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 10th.
slow.
Down bucket. Nice.
Hey, Matt Jackson.
Hey, how's it going, Gary?
Well, I did not count how many Volkswagens are here tonight.
I was just guessing 30.
I would say that's probably at least 2/3 of them were split window buses.
Yeah, and we had a lot of new people.
Yeah, like there's a really nice Carmen Ghia, Orange Westie, and man, there are lots of cars.
And a Vanagon that we've never seen.
Vanagon.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of
that
people.
orange. Yeah, that's right. That orange Vanagon too.
Yeah, he burns Nag Champa.
Well, he's your best buddy now.
We became best
Y'all
friends.
bonded.
Yes.
You had a moment.
We did.
But it was a good night here at the old First Wednesday VW gathering at In-N-Out in Cedar Park, Texas. You like what you see, make sure you tell your aunt, tell your uncles, everybody about Volkswagen Life, VW Life, and remember this, buy some merch.
Yeah, you can buy some merch in the link below. Merch.
Buy some merch down below the link. Buy some stuff.
Yeah, you get a Menace shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, and the new Chum Bucket shirt.
A new Chum Bucket, VW Life Chum Bucket.
If you wanted to win that coffee, just put coffee in the comments below, and you might be randomly picked to win that free coffee.
It was so nice. It smelled so good.
We hope you guys are doing the same kind of thing in your area.
Yes, this is for the Volkswagen. Man, again, just this thing right here took off from nothing. We just said, hey, let's have a couple of cars show up, a couple of Volkswagens, and before you know it, you have 30 cars. I don't know how many years we've been doing this now up here now. At least 30.
All right, guys.
Thank you all very much, Matt Jackson. Thanks for everything you've done tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Later, guys.